In high school and college, I worked at a nursing home in Janesville, and I was there for 5 years. And in that role, I was the assistant to the activity director. I didn't provide direct care like a CNA or an aide, but with that, I obviously worked with the seniors and did a lot of activities. And so every week I wrote the synopsis of what happened at the nursing home, and then it was turned into the newspaper, and then it was published in there every week. So I had a little bit of, I would say definitely more of the activity side of things there, but just working overall with elders, and I think that was a really good experience for me. I'm the oldest grandchild on both sides of our family, so I grew up around old people. Like, I hung out with my grandparents all the time, and we'd go visit old people. So you have to have a passion and a liking, I think, to be in the field. Give it the experience, give it some time, try it out.
I started out working with youth, and then a little bit of work with both families and youth. And then when I was in my master's program, I found out about an opportunity to do a gerontology minor. And once I found that out, then that was it. Then I just took the courses in the minor, and I knew that this was the population that I would want to work. I've worked with older adults now probably for over 7 years. That's in a more formal kind of setting. But I've also been always exposed to older adults. I come from an intergenerational family, so I always had contact with my own grandparents, and I knew their friends. Informally, even before I settled on gerontology as kind of an area of formal interest, I already knew a few older adults and kind of had direct, face-to-face contact.
I was going to school actually at MSU to be a teacher, and I went with my grandma, who was from Lake Crystal, to visit one of her friends that was in the hospital that had a stroke. And I remember the guy from when I was a child. He used to give us lots of candy at Halloween time. And when we went to see him, I was just devastated to see that he couldn't speak. And I changed my major that day. Literally went through the book and tried to figure out what I wanted to do. And came Monday, I switched my major to therapeutic recreation.
I definitely think volunteering is a great option, and or just getting a job in the field. There definitely is a need in nursing homes, assisted livings, all of those environments that are short-staffed.
Going back to when I went to school for MSU therapeutic recreation, graduated in 1996, and I started an adult day center where elderly people could come during the day, Monday through Friday, so their spouses could continue to work. And then we, at that point, decided to start doing assisted living. So we built Autumn Grace, which is an assisted living for people with memory loss. In 2004, we opened, and then we built another building and just kind of continued. At that point, I was more involved with some of the therapeutic recreation stuff. And then in 2014, started Water's Edge, which is a greenhouse model of care. And at that point, I was mostly doing office stuff, so I kind of got a little bit out of the therapeutic recreation area, but still we could have interns and people from the college under me because I was a certified therapeutic recreation specialist. We had quite a few people over the years coming into our program doing their practicums, and then we sold both of those businesses in 2016 and started Bridgewater. So since we've done Bridgewater, I'm more along the lines of office type areas, but I still enjoy working with the elderly.
When I was doing my gerontology minor, and this is not the case just in my case, I hear it also from peers nationally when I go to conferences. Programs struggle to attract interest in aging in gerontology, meaning not many people are interested in this area. Schools sometimes are not sure whether to run gerontology minors or certificates or classes because not many people register for them. I know that some schools, departments offer certificates, offer gerontology minors, but not all of them. Yeah. I think somebody looking to be in this field would in some way need to be entrepreneurial. They would have to take initiative and be proactive and kind of seek out opportunities. And they are there, it's just that they don't appear to be formalized at this time. When I did my minor, I had to cobble together the coursework because some of it was offered in some semesters and then others were offered a semester or two after and on different campuses, and I kind of had to put it together a little bit by asking questions and trying to organize it myself. But that's something that hopefully will be less of the case with students coming up right now. But even as we speak, that is something that I think is an issue also, to kind of formalize and streamline some courses so that they're available and the students can come and be exposed to the substantive area content, the subject matter.
I think some people get very narrow-minded these days of, I'm going to go for this is what I'm going to school for, and really just go down this narrow path of going that way. And I guess my recommendation, or what my maybe key to success I've found, is being more open-minded and trying to dabble in different things. Like I worked 2 jobs, mostly high school and college, and the other was always waitressing. I had a couple different waitressing jobs. So really to sum up your question is, don't be narrow-minded. Be open-minded of trying new things, getting good experience, and just see where it takes you.
There are also studies that cite a shortage of workforce in the area of not just gerontological social work. So this is not a problem within social work alone. This is also a problem in nursing, also a problem in medicine. And so whereas there may be some specializations offered, not many students take them up. Given that there is this shortage of people interested, which then translates to shortage of workforce that's available to work with this population, I go back to the idea of students being entrepreneurial and really seeking out opportunities in addition to those that are even available. So asking questions, maybe asking for professionals to be mentors, volunteering with older people, or volunteering at places that cater to older people's needs. One example I can think of is a student who had a position at a bank, but she had exposure and experience with older adults. And in many ways, banks as financial institutions are not really a primary site for any kind of work related to older people. But then a lot going on with older financial exploitation of older persons actually takes place at the banks. And so in that way, it's a place where a person can learn about those things firsthand. And so in that way, bank is not a place where social workers think of as a kind of a primary setting that they would want to work at. But for someone wanting to be in this field, and if this was an area that interested them, it probably would not be a bad place to do at least a little bit of work. I think any work that combines social services with older adults and health services for older adults, including disability areas, is probably where there may be more opportunities. And so those would be areas worth to explore, I think, for any student interested in this population.
I think it's just going to be booming continuously because they keep talking about, well, we're there already with the baby boomers already starting to look into assisted livings or needing placement. Unfortunately, I think there's all of the diseases with MS, fibromyalgia, Parkinson's, all of those diseases that I think are starting to unfortunately grow, and people in their 50s, 40s, 50s are starting to get that and really be affected. And so I think when you say where's the senior care going, I think it's definitely booming with the age, but I also think the disease factor of people needing higher care than being able to stay home is unfortunately growing as well.
Working with the elderly is very rewarding. Working with people with memory loss has kind of been something we really got into. You have to have the passion for it. Otherwise, it's not something easily to deal with every day if there's a lot of behaviors and stuff, unless you really do have the passion for it and study hard.